Thank you very much for that kind introduction. And as you can tell from some of the facts in the introduction, also my accent, I'm not from here. And so it's actually a great opportunity for me to congratulate you, first of all, on the amazing ecosystem that exists here in America for entrepreneurs. I, like many others, would not have had this kind of opportunity that I've had here had it not been for all the good work of so many of you. And I think that that's important to sort of call out, because I think what's going on primarily around the world is not the phenomenon of so much America's decline, but it's the rise of all these other countries where conditions for entrepreneurs are improving and technology is sort of becoming much more accessible to anyone, and capital too. And so to me, when I sort of thought about, how do you make things even better here in the United States, it's actually a hard question because it's damn good. And so where I land is that, in a way, America's biggest problem, as I see it, is that America has been the opportunity for so long. And so the sort of existing hypothesis in a sort of entrepreneur starting out is that this is the market I should base my whole business plan around. And I think that that's really, I think, one of the things that I'd like to sort of push home, and my big idea, is that entrepreneurs here in the States should be thinking as globally as a Swede does, for example. So I'm Swedish by background, and if you're Swedish and monolingual, and you're figuring out your entrepreneurial business plan based on Sweden, you won't go very far. And our entrepreneurs, right out of the gates, think global. So Skype was created in Sweden, Spotify too, and they have to think like that, because otherwise they're not going to get anywhere. And with that, it's not just a push for more language learning, but it's much more about people sort of having the mindset and policymakers supporting American businesses overseas, and that includes intellectual property, where all of you and our company certainly gets abused around the world. And so in terms of the ecosystem, how do you make it better for Americans? I think it's to support American companies to think more globally. And with that comes responsibilities about educating the workforce. Most children here graduate monolingual, and that's just a disaster. Imagine, I mean, all of you are, I would guess, certainly over 30, so in the next 20 years you'll still be just fine. But imagine graduating in 20 years from now and being monolingual. You just will be very, very limited, because the American consumer will not represent as big a part of the economy as it does today.